My name is Ethan Marlowe. I'm 32 years old. Born in the north of London, I'm an architect. Quiet, organised, seemingly ordinary. But there's something inside me, something no one ever sees. I took revenge, not on a stranger, on my own family, and even now, as I tell this story, my hands still tremble. Everything began with the death of my older brother Julian. He was found in Paris, by the Seine River. A note in his pocket read, "Forgive me, Ethan." The police called it suicide, but I knew him. Julian didn't give up. He was strong, charismatic, always 3 steps ahead. 3 days after the funeral, I received a letter in the mail, from Julian.
Ethan, if you're reading this, I'm already dead. This is a game. It all started with our father, and you are the one who must end it.
That sentence hit me like a hammer. Our father. Richard Marlowe, a respected lawyer admired by the press, praised in interviews, the proud face of justice, and, as it turned out, a man capable of killing his own son. Julian had left behind documents locked in a safety deposit box in Cambridge. When I opened it, I found an old notebook and several encrypted hard drives. What I saw shook me. My father was laundering money through offshore funds, setting up fake companies. He wasn't alone. My mother, Margaret, was in on it too. The woman who read me bedtime stories, who used to kiss my forehead at night and whisper, "Nothing is more precious than you," had been silent while her firstborn was destroyed. Julian had found out. They tried to silence him, and when he didn't back down, they did something worse. Weeks later, I flew to Madrid to find Elena, Julian's former girlfriend. She was hiding, worn out, scared, broken. The moment she saw me, her eyes filled with tears. I asked, "What happened to Julian, Elena?"
She looked at me and whispered, "They silenced him, Ethan, and they were going to silence you too. But Julian gave himself up to protect you."
That was the night everything changed. That was the night I decided I would finish what he started. I spent months preparing, changed my identity, grew a beard, created new documents, and infiltrated my father's company from the inside, under a false name. I studied every transaction, every shadow company, every shell account. It was slow, deliberate, but I kept going. Every night I reread Julian's letter. Justice doesn't always come from courtrooms. Sometimes it begins in a brother's heart. And when I had everything, I set the trap. I rented an old art gallery in central London, filled it with paintings and photos from Julian's childhood. I sent my parents a formal invitation. They came, proud, unaware. When the guests gathered, I stepped onto the stage. "Tonight," I said, "is about Julian Marlowe." The lights dimmed, a projector lit up the room. Julian's voice echoed through the gallery. His face appeared on the wall. Videos, recordings, documents, testimonies. The room was dead silent, and then Julian's final words played.
They thought they silenced me, but my brother Ethan is still here, and he'll tell our story forever.
My father's face turned ghost white. My mother didn't move, her eyes empty. I let them walk out that night, but the next morning the police walked in. All the evidence had been delivered to the authorities and the press. Richard and Margaret Marlowe, arrested, their names splashed across every headline in Britain. But justice wasn't in the courtroom. It was in the quiet. It was at Julian's grave. I went to him, knelt, placed my hand on the cold stone and whispered, "It's done, brother. Your name is clean. I won't let them forget." Now I live alone, but I'm at peace, because once you meet revenge, you never return the same. I'm not the man I used to be, but inside me, I still hear his voice. "You did good, Ethan. You're free now." No, I'm not free, but at least now I know exactly what I'm living for.